Okay, now we are going to make a line following robot. Quite easy and interesting. So first of all, we have to define some line in our space, which is quite easy. You will find in this, we have a lot of equipments to add in our area. For example, I go to layout. In here, I will find a tree, a fence, a box, a cone, or maybe arena. I don't need that. Maybe I will go to basics. So go to basics and you'll find a strip. So I will take this strip here and I will bring it next to my robot. So this is the strip which I want my robot to follow. So move like this, you take it there, or I bring my robot a little bit here. Okay, so I'll take the strip here and let's give it a start. And I can easily duplicate this one like this, and maybe I move a little bit like this just to show you how robot reacts to these tracks. And I will take another one of that, so which is here, and I would like this to rotate. So you will see this gimbal is here for the strip, and you can use this gimbal to rotate it the way you want, not like this. This one, it is like this. So I'm gonna bring it closer. This looks nice, and I'm gonna duplicate this again, bring it here, a little bit here, duplicate again, bring it here, and duplicate this again like this. So what I imagine in this case, I imagine my robot is going to have a loop. It will keep rotating around this. Okay, and let's bring this robot here. So this can be a good start. Okay, now you know this robot has two sensors underneath that, and the status of the sensor you can see here on the right side. Okay, now let's see how to program it. So I go to Scratch again. And this is the old program, so we will not change that. Let's keep this program here. Now you have to understand the fundamental. Let's first understand the sensors inside this robot. I will take the sensor outside, left sensor and right sensor. And okay, let's keep it here. And I will run this. And let's notice the sensor signal here. So you can see the motor signal is also coming to the right side. Which motor is 100, which is -100. So you see when I turn around, this is the status of these sensors. So these both sensors are false in a situation when the robot is above the line. So this is directly above the black line, that's why these are false. So if you see when I go outside the line, they both are true. When I go a little bit here, in this case, the right sensor is sensing the black part, so this is false. The left sensor is not sensing the line, that's why it is true. So if there is no line, both are true. It's a kind of NC type, okay? If you understand N1 NC. So I need to use these signals to move the robot so that it moves in a line. It is quite interesting. So you understand, when the sensor is not on the black part, it's true. When it's on the black part, it's false, okay? And there are two sensors, one is left, one is right, and one is left, okay? All right, let's go back to Scratch. Now we have the sensor signal here, which is true. And maybe I need some more space. Okay, let's take a situation to start and stop the robot. For example, automatic start. So I will use the key A for automatic start, and I will use the key M for the manual. Okay, so we can switch between automatic and manual. So how we can do that? So let's go to the event first. When a key is pressed and when the key is released. Okay, I don't need when key is released, so I just need when key is pressed. So I'll take a variable. Okay, what is happening? Oh, this is my program here. Okay. Yeah, this is a little bit not so easy to. The interface is a little bit needs some improvements. Okay, I have to do like this. So I go to variable. Okay, when I say Okay, let's do that on the bottom, which is much better. I bring up my blocks here. Okay, when I will say when A is pressed, which is automatic, I take a variable. Let's say it's mode. So my mode of operation, for example, I take when A is pressed, set, I can change the variable from here, mode. So in this case, I will change the mode to 1. So when mode is 1, let's say this is automatic. So when M is pressed, which is manual, so I will take the M, then I will set this mode to 0. So I'm just using a variable to define if the mode is manual or automatic. Okay. So now if my mode is automatic, so when I press A, it should automatically follow the line. If I press M, it will not follow the line. I can move it manually. Okay. In this case, when the mode is 1, that's the condition to make line following, when the mode is 1. So in this case, we have some control. So you will see if statement. We use if statement. Ooh, not so bottom. Okay. In this case, maybe I need some space. I will move this. So what is the condition? If, let's go to operators. This is the block. If the variable mode is 1. All right, now this is the condition when we go to automatic mode. Now we will make conditions to move the robot left and right. So the first case is if, now we have different cases here because we have two sensors. If both the sensors are on the line, on the black line, which means when both the sensors are false. Okay, so I have left and right now, and we need another control if. So now the first condition is if mode is automatic. Second condition is if both the sensors are false. So in this case, if I put it like we have two sensors, so we need OR gate first of all, OR. Now if I put this inside, it means if left light sensor is true by default. I don't have to write true. If you write like this, it means it's true. But we need to make sure if it's false. So I take it out. I will use a NOT gate. First I put the sensor inside. Now it means if left sensor is false, which means left is on the line. Similarly, if right is false, then we want to move the motors straight, which means both speed 100%. Okay, so I go there, move both 100%. So when it is on the line, it goes straight. Now what will happen if line changes? Okay, because it has to make a turn, so it has to make a right turn. So when it should move right, let's go back and see here again. In this case, let me go to play. Now in this case, let's go here. Let's say it has to move right. In this case, if you see, the left one is true and right one is false. This is, okay, let me just go to the line first, the first case. Now, suppose it's going straight when both are false. Let's go straight. And then you will notice in this case, now, left is true and right is false. So it has to move a little bit towards the right to get into the line. So left, okay, here, look at this on the bottom. Wait. Yeah, left is true and right is false. So I go back to my editor. Left is true and right is false. Stop. I go again if. I can just move if inside this loop. Left is true and right is false. So OR gate, first of all. Go to the mBot. If left is true and right is false, so I go take a NOT gate. Oh, NOT gate, I have it. Right light sensor. So easy, right? Now it has to turn right. So to turn right, you can see we can use something like that, but let's take the fixed speed in this case, and then I can also change it to variables. To turn right, left motor will be higher power or speed, right will be slower. So right will be, let's take right as 50, left as 100. It's like this. If left is true, right is false. This is what we see here in this case. Where's that again? Left is true and right is false. So it will take a little bit right until both are getting false. When both are false, it will go straight. Now let's imagine it goes straight. Now what will happen? Here, wait. Let's move more. It will go straight. Now this will come. Right will be true and left will be false. Then I have to move left. Right true, left false. So that's another condition. So stop the program. We go if right is true and left is false. Operator, OR gate. Right is true, left is false. So this is for the left. Left is false. And right is true. In this case, we have to turn. We have to turn like this, which means right motor will be faster, left will be slower. So it's just the opposite of the last case. Right will be faster, left will be slower. So I go to mBot. Right will be 100, left will be 50. And now, what will happen? Let's imagine a situation. Robot goes like this. Let me go play. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. Situation like this, when it is out of the line. So in this case, if you notice, both are true. So if it is completely out of the line, this could happen. In this case, both are true. So here you have to define if you want to have a left moving robot or right moving robot. In this case, we will take a right moving robot. So if it is completely out of the line, it should turn right. So what will happen in case robot is moving, it's moving straight, and there comes a moment it is like this. So what should happen? It should turn right. So in this case, when both the sensors are true, it has to turn right. All right. So let's go back. And if you notice, we have also a right situation here. For example, to turn right, the right motor will be less and left motor will be more. Okay, this is the turn right. Either you can use the condition here or you can write another condition. It's totally up to you. If you want to make it move faster right, then you can define different speeds. But let's just define here. So what I'm going to do is stop the program. So here I'm going to use another situation. I will take OR. So one situation is, this is the situation we already discussed to move the motor right. So I will take this complete situation condition here. And second was when both the sensors wait a second. I think this will be AND, this will not be OR. My mistake. These all situations are AND. It should. Anyway, so let's move it inside. So the OR condition comes in case if you want to move the motor towards right. Towards the right means right motor less, left motor right. So this, in this case, now comes the OR situation. One situation was when the left sensor was true, right sensor was false. We bring it here. Or the another situation is when both the sensors are true. So here comes another AND. Here comes the two sensors. Perfect. Then you bring it inside. So it's a little bit big program, but it's okay. We can bring it here. Okay, now you have to see how you will execute this whole logic. It has a situation if mode is 1, this should happen. And if mode is 0, it should stop, okay? So I'm gonna take another control, put it here, And let's bring a little bit up. So I take it here, variable, mode is 0, the robot should stop. So in this case, I go to mBot and move the robot's values to 0, 0. Okay, so when M is pressed, set mode to 0, and when A is pressed, set mode to 1. And this whole should be executed with some initial conditions, so I will put here control that this should run forever. You can take forever here and bring this whole inside. So this is the loop going on forever. It will keep checking the mode and it will keep controlling the motors. And to trigger this forever mode, I'm going to go to events and do when startup. So when it starts up, it will go into this forever mode. Okay, let's see if it works. I'm pretty excited. All right, so first of all, let me move the motor, move the robot out of the side of this line. Let me program run. So I bring the robot out. This is the manual mode, okay? In this case, it's not following the motor. I go back, back, back. Let's do it here. Okay, both are false. So now I press the key A. I press A, it starts running. And you will notice the condition of the sensors here on the bottom. Ooh, it's not correct. We have to tune it. It's very, very slow. The controlling of the robot is slow when it has to take a turn. You see, it's really slow. So we can tune that. So now we understand what is our problem. Let's tune the robot. I will press manual. So now it is in the manual mode. Okay, let's go to the editor. So the problem is in the turning. The turning was, oh, that should be not 50. Let's make it -50. It will make a big difference. Here as well, -50. That will make a big difference. So I go to play again and I press A. Ooh. Okay, it will automatically correct. So now it's going to follow the line. And you can see here the status of the motors and the sensors. Now it looks pretty much okay. If you really want to improve the curving more, you can take it -100, then it will be more faster. It will try to correct even faster. So you see, this is the one way to make a line following robot using controlling just the motor in a step way. And yeah, I hope this is interesting, and maybe you can make some more creative example. You can make a different tracks all the way in your arena, and you can make your robots keep trying to follow the lane. And if you're a teacher, you can also make different bots inside the software, and you can make a competition. So people can write their code, and then you can make a competition which robot moves faster or reaches faster to the end line. You can also do that, okay? But this was just the basic about how to use the robot features, about its motor power, how to move it, and how to use variables, and make some simple programs. So this was about how to use Scratch in mBot, on the mBot in Miranda software. Maybe in the next videos, when I make more videos, I will talk about how to use Python software to do the same. All right, so I'll see you soon in the more videos. Thank you.